What are the finest countries to establish a business? You could be tempted to begin your company in your home state. There's really no rule that states you must. Establishing your company in your home country may be the tougher option. High taxes can put you at a loss. Offshore incorporation has many benefits, particularly for a digital nomad. Choosing the ideal jurisdiction to manage your company is simple. This video will present the top 8 countries to start your business. But first, let's glance at some essential factors that will impact your choices in the future. The first factor that you must consider is tax implication and treaties. Tax on you, your staff, and your co-founders can affect you and your shareholders' profits. Recognize tax relief as a founder, or if you switch geographies. Consider income tax and capital gains. Evaluate if your local taxation system will discourage new investments. Due to tax advantages, clients may choose where you establish your firm. Incorporation may also affect firm governance. Shareholders could have a view about where you establish your firm's governance structures. The next factor that you must keep in mind is documentation. Paperwork complicates this choice. This covers reporting intervals and other obligations, including business filings that your country's corporate law needs. Some regions demand founder residence, while others wouldn't. Remember this if you will not have legal immigration standing or it's difficult to get. Your staff may have trouble moving to certain nations. Insufficient human capital or recruiting costs could also be an issue. Hiring and firing limits could influence how you upskill or downskill your staff. Country by country, corporate governance requirements differ. Since you must follow a few rules, you should research them before deciding what to do. Your business will undergo a procedure when bought, merged, or launched. This process is straightforward, simple to comprehend, and rapid in certain nations. In other countries, it may lead to delays or issues, so you should also keep this in mind. So these are some factors that you must consider while selecting a country for your business. So where to start your own business? Which countries meet these criteria? Well, here is our ranking of the top 8 countries for your business home country. Number 1, the British Virgin Islands. The British Virgin Islands is the most fantastic spot to incorporate if you're an internet entrepreneur with revenue from around the globe that you wish to keep abroad. BVI offers the most trustworthy way to start a business out of all offshore jurisdictions. One of the best things about a BVI international company is that you may combine it with a bank account in a good country, like Hong Kong or Singapore. Asian banks are keen to collaborate with BVI businesses especially. Banks are eager to collaborate with BVI since the country has seriously taken the necessities for filing businesses. They have been set up as a center in another country. The advantageous owner's declaration is a different pattern that must be filled to establish an international business in BVI. Banks feel safe in this country or region. Real estate, private debt, infrastructure, and venture capital services are BVI's most popular and successful businesses. Number 2, Denmark. Denmark is thought to be one of the easiest places in Europe to start a business, and it has a lot more going for it, with flex security, and you are granted the most favorable terms for hiring and terminating individuals in the world. This makes it cheaper to scale down or increase the company's operations. You can register and wrap up the incorporation process in a few days, not months or longer. Management, the CEO, and the board of directors do not have to live in the country. Compared to other Nordic countries, starting a company in Denmark costs less. Danish corporate law is up to date and in line with what's legal in the EU. The most well-known and fruitful businesses here are HVAC installation, luggage storage, and property management. Number 3, Norway. Norway has a healthy economy, and most of the time you can talk to the government online. Registering an estate is easy and quick, and it's not hard to follow tax laws. Norway also offers a low-cost place to deal with bankruptcy, with service charges that average 1% of the worth of the bankrupt entity. Norway is a fantastic place to start a company because all communication occurs online, which is wonderful for digital nomads. It focuses on a company that relies on technology. There are people with a lot of experience in IT, finance, design, and music technology. Entrepreneurs can find industry experts, shareholders, and talented people. The best thing about starting a company in Norway are how stable the government and the economy are. Norway is an excellent place to start a business because its communication and transportation systems are well advanced. Successful businesses in Norway are app development companies, fintech startups, coffee shop businesses, and real estate agents. Number 4, New Zealand. New Zealand is thought to be among the easiest to do business since it only takes a single day to start a company and 2 days to register an estate. The people who work there are highly trained and educated, and the labor cost is cheap. There aren't any payables, social security, or capital gain taxes, and limited liability companies are established as distinct legal entities from their shareholders. The most popular and profitable businesses in New Zealand are car rental, selling on eBay, and fence installation. Number 5. Singapore. Singapore is famous for the numerous global firms that have their head office there. The city offers many investment and trade opportunities, so it captivates business owners and leaders worldwide. It has recently been ranked the best place in Asia to start a company. Singapore is among the richest nations, therefore it has been considered among the top locations to do business for a very long time. The country has a stable democracy and is simple to conduct business in. It also has a powerful labor market and doesn't have tax dividends or capital gains. Singapore's most popular and profitable businesses are e-commerce, robotics, and cleaning services. Number 6. Belize. Once you can establish a banking account without visiting Belize, Belize is just a nice spot for an online business to incorporate. It's wonderful for merchant accounts and many different types of businesses. There aren't any taxes in Belize and the startup costs are relatively low. Banks also let people open high-risk merchant accounts. Among the most important industries in Belize is agriculture because of the country's climate and geography. The most popular and lucrative businesses include consulting, real estate, making and selling things, and tourism. The US at number 7. The United States is an excellent place to begin a company for several reasons. The workforce is varied and has a lot of skills. It is known as a leader in both technological advancements and new ideas. You can also get money from many places such as investment companies, banks, venture capital firms, angel investors, etc. But the United States is a big country with 50 states. The most important things can be different from one state to the next. Then there is the concern of whether it impacts whether you live in the US and want to start a company there, or if you live elsewhere. Yes, but don't worry about it. You can adhere to the general rule of thumb. If you live in the United States, you should form a company in the state where you live. And if you don't live in the United States, you should set up your company in Delaware. Why is Delaware the ideal state for starting a business online? Delaware is the most popular destination to start an LLC or corporation in the United States. There are more than 500,000 legal business entities there. The year before, only half of all publicly traded U.S. companies and 60% of the Fortune 500 were based there. People think that Delaware is the best state in the United States for starting a company because the first filing fee is low relative to other states. LLCs in the U.S. can get tax benefits and don't need a business license. Non-residents are not required to pay taxes on their personal income. They can be shareholders, members, directors, or managers of a business. Here, tax filing fees is low, and few rules about doing business throughout state lines. The U.S.'s most well-known and successful businesses are retail and distribution consulting, digital assistant integrations, companies, and virtual doctor companies. Number 8. The United Kingdom. The UK is among the safest places in Europe to start and operate a company because it is fast and cheap to incorporate a business there. A company can be formed in 60 minutes, costing £14. The tax authorities know that most new businesses don't make money in their first few years, so the British government gives shareholders, founders, and staff different tax breaks. Derby, Stoke, Belfast, Stirling, and Durham are among the finest places in the UK to start a company. The most popular and lucrative business in the UK are banking and insurance. The official rules for starting a company in a particular country depend on the town, city, state, or province where you decide to integrate your business. We've given you some ideas about what to look at more carefully. But as was already said, you must take your time looking into all of your choices and figure out what you need and desire for your kind of business. Be intelligent. Find out what you can. Think about the benefits and drawbacks. Get expert help. After that, just do it. Thanks for watching.